Hello and welcome. My name is Ben Stainerson, and I'm the Tonka Online Coordinator. I'm here to welcome you to the start of your term with Tonka Online. We're excited that you're here. The first thing that you'll want to do to make sure you're prepared for the online classes is that you have access to our My SSO or single sign-on system. It's a portal where all of your access is going to be from for either Schoology or Google or Skyward. So to help you get that, make sure you've follow the instructions from our help desk that helps you claim your account, or you can use your existing MySSO account if you're an existing student. To first start, you'll want to navigate to our website, our district website, and click on MySSO. That will take you to this place to enter in your username and the password, or if you need to claim your account, don't enter in a username, but just hit claim account and it'll walk you through the process. Next, once you've logged in with your username and password, you will see a dashboard of all the things that you need for the class. This is kind of your one-stop shop or your portal for Google Mail, Google Meets, and Schoology. The thing that you'll find your courses in is actually Schoology. So navigating to Schoology will bring you to a home page that looks like this, where teachers have posted updates. Please browse through those periodically. I like to do this the first thing when I launch my classes to see if I missed anything. Very similar to what a teacher might say in the front of the classroom, but it's a way for all those things to be in one spot. Double check one Schoology message that you might have gotten from the welcome course where it actually has a checklist to help you plan for success in your online classes. I would definitely check that out if you haven't already. The next thing on your main dashboard is going to be a to-do list. This will be all the assignment due dates that are in all of your classes in one spot. So this is another way for you to stay in touch with your classes. The last thing I'm going to talk about in terms of staying in touch with your classes is the bell icon. This tells you at the top all the notifications for your classes, and it breaks it down in terms of things that are happening. So if a teacher leaves comments on an assignment that you submitted, you'll find it here. If there's new things in the course, you'll find them here as well. So these are some really quick ways to navigate without going to the class. But I find that most students go to the class to get the most out of their Schoology experience. And I'll talk about that in a minute. The last thing I'm going to talk about is communication. Notice at the top there's an envelope, and that is a way for you to send a direct message to your instructor, and they might send messages back. So always look for that icon to see if there's any messages, and then that's a great way for you to communicate with your instructor. The other button is for a calendar. This will take you to a calendar with all the due dates and helps you kind of plan out and pace what you might need to do for your classes. So that's a general overview of Schoology. Hopefully that helps out as a way for you to get started. The next thing I'm going to talk about is how to stay engaged in your Schoology classes. So we're going to zero in a little bit on some engagement ideas in both a fitness class and a geometry class to really help you get off to a good start. So the first thing you'll want to do is in your courses menu, open up the course. We're going to look at Fitness A first. You're going to find some common materials between all of our online classes. One of them is a welcome folder. Always start with that welcome folder, and it has information about that particular course, an orientation video often, and just ways for you to understand who your instructor is and what their expectations are. So take a few minutes and definitely browse through that. And then do any quiz or materials that they have will be posted, and going top bottom is always a great way to get started in your classes. Going back to the materials, this will be something that you want to start on the first day of the term. And opening up a folder will give you the things that you need to do, whether they be physical, movement, or knowledge for PE, but other courses will have other things for you to do. And walking top bottom is going to really help you with that. Now, in the physical activities, just like other submissions in Schoology, you're going to have an assignment. When you open up that assignment, it will not only tell you some instructions, as you can see here, steps 1 and 2, things to do for that particular assignment, but it gives you a submit button. This is how you turn work in on Schoology. So clicking on the submit button, if it's a paper submission or a scan or a PDF, you're going to want to upload a file, and you can do that by clicking on the file. If it's something that you need for a recording, as these assignments often are, you want to click on the microphone. Then you can record right inside the browser, right with the tool, and you can do this on the Schoology app if you're on a mobile device, or the web if you're using a web device. So all those things are really great and handy right inside there. Once you make a submission, it will actually show on the screen that an item has been submitted, and it will timestamp it. So you see that it's been submitted, and then if you need to resubmit, you can go through the same process. So that works on all Schoology assignments. I just was highlighting this one, but look for that submit assignment button, and I'll show you how that works on the app as well. All right, the last thing is you might have different classes, and in those courses, like in geometry, they're going to start with similar things like a welcome folder. Always start there, navigate through, working top to bottom. In the unit folders, you might find other information. Again, lessons broken down and inside each lesson folder, working top down. Very similar to when you go to class that day, you're going to step into the classroom, you're stepping into the folder and working through the material that the teacher has posted, working through some Schoology checks or other submissions to make sure that you get that idea and that understanding and well checked before you move on to any assessments. Look for teacher feedback. So when you fill out an assignment and you might gotten a few wrong, make sure you either reach out to the teacher or look for that teacher's feedback so that they can give you ideas as to what to look for and improve next time. So really communication is an essential part of any Tonka online course. Now, if you're curious about how to contact your instructor, always go to either the members tab where you can see who the instructor is, and then you can send them a message by just tapping on the message button. This is a really fast way for you to communicate with instructors and them to communicate with you. All right, my last thing is to make a plan for that engagement. And I like to use the course calendar to help me plan. But I also have a lot of ideas about planning inside this welcome folder and welcome course. This is a non-graded course. You're part of it just because you're part of Tonka Online, but there are resources in here that you can use throughout the courses and for all the courses that you're going to be taking, whether they be tips about time management, videos to get started. Also, just an update, like I said, there's a checklist that helps you get organized, making sure that you have all the things ready before you even start your class. So I encourage you to check those things out in the welcome course and the welcome folder so you get off to a strong start and feel confident about your online classes as you go through them. One last thing to think about is how are you going to stay connected to your class during the summer term? A lot of times, students choose to use their personal device, like a cell phone, and install the app for Schoology, then log in with their single sign-on information and allow push notifications to come through that app. That's something that you can set up either in your settings or in your notifications for the course. And once you've logged in with a different device, those devices will show up on the side. Look for your phone and then choose on for any mobile push notification that you want. I recommend course updates and comments so you know when teachers are grading things. And also, I recommend that you turn on the personal messages at the bottom. Doing that and then adjusting the notification settings on your device will allow those push notifications to come whenever teachers are interacting with you in Schoology. So please save changes when you're done with that process, and we'll take a look at the main Schoology page to help you get started. This is a great place to go. Please reach out if you have questions. In single sign-on, there are actually lots of resources for students beside the Schoology course. If you ever get stuck, click on Tech Instructions and it will bring you to a list of resources. Even your parents can use this to help with anything from iPads to Notability to Schoology, things that you might encounter in your online courses. Once again, lots of great information in your single sign-on page. The tech instructions are there, Schoology's there. This is how you should access your Google Mail, and everything it goes through this one portal. We're excited that you're here. Thanks again. Please reach out if you have questions along the way. And we're looking for a great term for success for you in Tonka Online. Thanks and have a great day.